The collapse of time, or collapse of temporal evolution into the present. The Malaga interpretation. It is not the wave function that collapses, but rather the temporal evolution EV, t, to which the wave function and all other functions are subject, all of which are developing in continuous evolution and collapsing and becoming measurable reality in the continuous presence, PR, of each instant of time. The temporal evolution of time, EV, t, is an infinite succession of motion and cosmic transformation extending from a quasi-infinite past to a quasi-infinite future, which continuously collapses into an instantaneous present, PR. This present, in turn, causes the collapse of all cosmic elements, including mathematical functions, physical operations, and related structures. Therefore, all mathematical functions, equations, and formulations possess consistent and real validity only in the present. The future may be predictable or probable, but it is not measurable. The past may also have been more or less probable, but it is no longer measurable. For example, consider a train traveling from Malaga to Madrid. Its real position is the one measured at each moment in the present, that is, at the collapse of time at that instant PR, t. Other positions may be predictable or approximated, but they are neither certain nor real. Although reference data may exist for them, they are not measurable in the present. Another example is the kinetic energy of a moving body. Kinetic energy equals mass by speed squared, divided by 2, which is real and measurable only at a specific present time t. At other instants t1, t2, t3, the body may have different velocities and therefore a different physical reality. Thus, all physical and mathematical realities of elements and their formulations within the cosmos are valid or real only for each present, which we define as the collapse of time, in its continuous development and transformation. Evolutionary probabilities for the past and future. Relative evolutionary variability at different cosmic levels relative to our own. This conceptual framework considers, on the one hand, the adjustment of the evolutionary probabilities of the cosmos within our time frame, which we use on planet Earth, with respect to the past and future, and on the other hand, the relative evolutionary variability among different cosmic levels, such as our own, the microcosm or atomic level, and the macrocosm or level beyond galaxies. The accompanying diagram or schema presents indicative formulas and a representation of the variability of human measurements with respect to different temporal scales, past, present, or real, and future, as well as across different levels of the cosmos. These are divided into 3 scales: our own, planetary dimensions, the microcosm, particles and atoms, and the macrocosm, levels beyond galaxies. Regarding evolutionary change probabilities, it follows logically that the further one moves along the temporal axis, either into the past or the future, the greater the likelihood of transformations and changes in cosmic elements and configurations, represented along the vertical axis of probability. The different levels are described through indicative evolution formulas EV corresponding to each scale. From these, it can be observed that relative to our cosmic level EV, C, the variability and rate of change of cosmic elements are extraordinarily greater and faster in the quantum microcosm EV, Q, and extremely slower at the supragalactic level EV, SG. In other words, changes in the microcosm occur on the order of 10 to the power 45 faster than at our terrestrial level, while at the supragalactic level they occur on the order of 10 to the power 45 times more slowly. Conclusions. Time is considered a parameter or factor of universal motion, which, when it unites and manifests itself through cosmic space, does so in the form of a continuous flow of energy, initially rectilinear. Now, this cosmic energy in its 3-dimensional form develops as the evolution and transformation of the entire cosmic framework and architecture, that is, all the elements and structures of the cosmos evolve continuously through the action of universal motion and its factor of temporal evolution. Therefore, in the universe everything moves or evolves, and everything is transmuted and changed continuously through the action of the factor of time. For this reason, if everything changes and transforms continuously, nothing is in a standby, indefinite, or superimposed state, which seems to rule out the quantum principle of superposition. We then ask ourselves, are superposition and wave collapse not a physical reality? No. It is not a wave representing the state of particles that collapses with measurements or interactions between particles, but rather time itself, which defines itself in each instant of its present as a time collapse, in which it becomes possible for us, who are also in that collapse or present, to measure and adjust, according to our capabilities, the reality of each element of the cosmos. Other instants of past or future time are not measurable for us, but rather adjustable and deduced with the peripheral data we have been able to store. Therefore, the link of communication between states of general cosmic elements and also particles is not in the collapse of waves, but in their belonging to the same instant or time collapse, in which they can be related and measured in practice. That is, time is what collapses, unites, and allows us to measure ourselves with other cosmic elements, and the elements with each other.